Hi, hello, this is Ram Krishna. Welcome back to my video. In this video, we'll learn about how to use Kubernetes for a .NET developer. So basically, I'm concentrating on start with the Kubernetes and Docker Compose. To so before we start with this video, let us recap what we have done in the Docker part in the Docker series video. In the Docker partner video, we have created a Docker container, multiple container, one for .NET Core and for SQL Server with different ports. So please do watch my Docker partner video. This video. First, let us see what is the difference between Docker and Kubernetes. When we use this services, Docker containerization and Kubernetes orchestration. The first difference is we use Docker for containers and isolated environment for application. So to understand much bit better, please do watch my Docker series. I will have this description link shown left corner of this video. So the Kubernetes is for infrastructure for managing multiple containers. So automated building and deploying, we can create a continuous integration and continuous deployment using Docker container, whereas in Kubernetes we'll have this automated scheduling and management of application containers. So basically it do orchestration of management of container. Kubernetes can be we can scale our application, we can do a load balancing of our application, we can integrate our Docker CLI. We have separate CLI tool for this. It can support complex installation and manual setup of monitoring and load balancer, etc. And Docker container platform for configuring, building and distributing containers, whereas Kubernetes, it is an ecosystem for managing a cluster of Docker containers. So these are the basic difference between Docker and Kubernetes. So to just understand and how to use this Docker as a beginner or start with a Docker, please watch my entire Docker series video for .NET developer. It covers all the basic steps needed to get started with the Kubernetes. So before starting learning Kubernetes, please do watch my Docker series so you can get connected with the applications. So let us jumpstart by creating our .NET Core project and speed up the things so that you can guys avoid your time wasting on creating this project. If you want detail how to create the project, please watch my previous video. It is best just in a template from Microsoft and filling up the project name and location and everything. That's it. Go to resource group, click on add, give a valid resource name, Kubernetes demo resource group. Let it be region STUS and review and create this group. That's it guys, we created resource group. Now let us go and create Azure Container Registry. To create Azure Container Registry, go to home, click on more services, click on container, select container registries, create a new container registry, select the resource group previously we created, give a container registry name, let it be location used as a default, and review and create this container registry. Click on create to create the registry. Our container registry created successfully. Now we need a service principal account. To create service principal account, let us switch back to our Visual Studio Code terminal. First, log into Azure portal. To log into Azure portal, we will use this command. It will redirect to the browser to sign in. You can see that we successfully signed in. You can close this window, or we will redirect to in 10 seconds. So we can close this window and switch back to our Azure terminal. As you can see, we are successfully able to log in. So we need this service principal account to access our Azure Container Registry and our Kubernetes services, so that this sole account can be used between these services. So let us create one. Azure Active Directory AD service principal, create for role based authentication RBAC, and we will skip assignment. We don't use any other parameters like certificate dash certification or name. Let us be basic and create this principal. Our application service principal is successfully created. Copy paste this app ID and password in a separate node. If you want, you can copy everything. Let me copy and paste it somewhere else. Now switch to our Azure portal and create our Kubernetes service. So let us do that. So before creating Azure Kubernetes service, first let us give access to our Azure Container Registry. To give access to this container registry, let us go to the container registry we created. Click on access control, click on add role assignment, select a role. As of now, we will select owner, or else you can select pull is enough for this container registry to push pull or image. As of now, we will select as a owner and give display name. Copy the display name of the service principal and paste it over here. We have our principal account listed and click on save. So successfully role assignment for our principal account added, so that our principal account can communicate with this Azure Container Registry to pull or push the image and build the image. So now we added role for service principal account. Now switch to Azure portal and create a new Kubernetes service cluster. To create a new Kubernetes cluster, let us go to more service and click on container and select Kubernetes services. Click create Kubernetes services. Select the group we previously created, resource group. Give a valid cluster name. Demo cluster. Select region is East US 2. Let Kubernetes version default as it is. Select a node as 1, as we are doing a basic simple demo application. Single node is enough. Click on next node pools. We have nothing to change here. Click on authentication As you know, we have already created a service principal, so let us use that principal, use existing. So we need a client ID, so let us get a client ID. This is our client ID. We need a secret, service principal client secret. Get this password and copy paste it over service principal account. Click on OK. So as you can see, service principal is connected with this Kubernetes cluster service. You can see right tick mark over here. Role based access control enabled. Click on networking. We have nothing to change over here. Click on integration. We don't want a container monitoring for this demo, so let us disable it. Click on tag. That's it, nothing to change. Review and create. Running final validation. It will list if I have get any errors. Validation passed successfully. Let us create our Azure Kubernetes cluster services. So it take a while. So Azure Kubernetes services cluster successfully created. Go to resources. We can see the overview of our Azure Kubernetes services cluster. So now let us build our Docker image and push that Docker image to Azure Container Registry we previously created, that is ACAR Kuberdemo. So to push the images we need a few things. Let us open this Kubernetes Azure Container Registry. On the settings submenu, click on access keys. So let us enable admin user, and now we have a username and password. So let us log in to this Azure Container Registry through Visual Studio Code terminal. You can check out my Docker series application where in the video part 5, Docker video part 5 steps to push the Docker image to Azure Container Registry. In that I have detailedly explained how to use Docker login for the Azure Container Registry and login and push the image to ACR, etc. So let us now log into this registry we created. Let us copy our registry name and switch to Visual Studio Code. AZ Azure for login. To login Azure Container Registry ACR, login dash name of our container registry, that is ACR Kuberdemo. Let us enter. Login succeeded. Now let us build our Docker image and push to this Azure Container Registry. Let us open our Docker extension. You can see that our Docker Kubernetes demo div is running. That is our project we created. You can see the Docker file. Let us verify this our .NET Core Docker image is running successfully through Visual Studio. So as you can see, our application successfully running. So let us stop this and switch to our Visual Studio Code. Let us check the list of Docker images available. So we have our Kubernetes demo image div tag here. So let us tag this image name to push to our container registry. To tag this image, let us clear this. Docker tag, let us copy this. Tag should be div. We need a Azure Container Registry login server name. To get that login server, copy this, paste it over here, / image name, colon, we'll give v1 as a tag name for the Docker image. So a new pointer to push this image to our project created. You can verify that here. Let us push this image to Azure Container Registry. Before doing that, let us switch to browser and click on repositories in the Azure Container Registry. As of now, we don't have any image over here. Let us push this image to this container registry. Let me clear the command prompt. Let us list the images. We have our new pointer image created over here. You can observe that both images have same image ID. So let us push this image to our container registry. Docker push image path and the version v1. So the image is successfully pushed to container registry, and refresh the repository page in the container registry. We can able to see our image successfully pushed over here. To create a deploy Kubernetes YAML file, let us switch to our Visual Studio. Open the path where we created our project. Let us open this in the Visual Studio. Visual Studio Code. Now we opened our project in Visual Studio Code. Now go to extension. To make things easier, we will install Kubernetes extension. Let us install this extension to our project or Visual Studio Code. So extension successfully installed. It helps to create a new deployment YAML files, services, and it will provide us with a default template. You can see our local cluster running on this desktop also shown here. You can also see the dependencies also installed over here. Let us create a new deployment file for our project. Click on new file, deployment.yaml. Let us create a Kubernetes deployment. Now we have a separate section over here. We have a selector, we have a template for Azure Container Registry in pods. We have a separate section for naming, giving a Docker path and name for the container. So let us give node name for replication, Kubernetes demo pod. So this pod name should be matched with the selector of app name with the other pods. So given a metadata name for this application, Kubernetes demo deployment. Now give a container name, Kubernetes demo container. Now specify the image path. Where do we get the image path? Let us open our terminal, Docker images. Here we have an image that a pointer we push it to our Azure Container Registry, or else you can go to the container registry, go to access keys, copy the login server path, give path slash the image name we uploaded, go to repositories, copy the image name, Kubernetes demo, tag will be new, and tag will be new, save it. Now we have limit set for 128 megabits of memory for RAM and half a core of CPU, that is 500 milli of a CPU, and port is exposed to 80. If you see the Docker file, we have exposed it to 80. So in deployment file we have container port set to 80, and next we will create a service YAML for this. Go to create new file, create services.yaml. Now we'll have add Kubernetes services. We can see the IntelliSense pop up. Let us give pod name as Kubernetes pod. Now we'll give a name for our service, Kubernetes demo service. Now let us set port. So we have a target port, where target port of our container is set to 80. To answer the calls, external calls for the our ports, let us set an port ID over here, 2020. Save our application. So now our service is almost done. Before that we need to set a type for our type load balancer. Now to deploy Azure Kubernetes cluster, let me create a new terminal and switch to Kubernetes services. Overview. Let me open our Kubernetes services we created earlier. Now we have a Kubernetes service name and the resource group. So we need to get the credential of this Kubernetes services in our local terminal so that we can deploy our YAML files to these services. To get that, let us get a credential for this Azure Kubernetes service clusters. Get credential. We need to specify the resource group. The resource group name is Kubernetes demo group, and we need to specify our Kubernetes cluster name, that is AKS Kubers demo cluster. Let's copy paste and enter. Now we are able to get a correct context into this file. We can see that our secrets for the access our Kubernetes cluster created over this path. Let's close this. So make sure that we are connected to our cluster. Let us get a list of nodes we have in our Kubernetes cluster service. To get that, kubectl get nodes. I already installed kubectl before we start this project, so you guys also need to install kubectl CLI. So let us verify we have nodes. As you can see, we are able to see the nodes. Now let us deploy our deployment YAML to our Kubernetes cluster. To do that, kubectl apply force / deployment.yaml. So deployment file created. Let us check kubectl get deployment. So we got our deployment. Let us get the nodes. Let us get pods. We have 1 out of 1 pods running. Let us see the steps how pod executed. To check that, we'll use describe pod and the pod name, that is deployment file name, that is metadata name. We can see that steps involved getting the data. It pulled the image from the Azure container registry, created container and started the container. So if we get pods, we can see that our pods running. Now we have our container up and running. Let us deploy our service YAML. Let us clear the screen. Now kubectl apply force /services.yaml. So service created. Now verify our service. kubectl get services. So now we can see that we have cluster IP generated and we are waiting for external IP to access or external calls. This is the cluster ID, which is used for internal communication between Kubernetes clusters. So let us check that our external IP is generated. Now our external IP generated. Let us copy paste this to the browser. So copy our IP, and our external port is 2020. Switch to browser, paste our IP with our port number 2020. As we can see that our Kubernetes cluster service is up and running. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please do subscribe to my video and give a thumbs up. Thank you.